can explain why it matters specifically to your business. So you can say, look, I know what you're trying to do as a business. I know you want to get from here to here. Here's some technology that specifically is designed to make your business do that. And then here's the best part about it is you can charge a flat fee for that. You really develop a lot more of a close bond with your client. And then you don't need a lot of those problem clients. You can be much more specific, much more profitable, and your clients would be happy to pay you a little bit more than even some of the competitions around there because they value your advice more than anything else. The technology just happens to be a component of your advice.
And by the way, if you don't get into it, then you won't have time to figure out the apps. Your customers are going to go somewhere else to find those apps because you're not going to be giving them to them. And all of a sudden you're going to find out that somebody else who is an MSP and is in the cloud and does understand the apps and does understand their customer is walking away with your customer, even though your customer is going to feel badly about it because most likely you've been supporting them for a long time. They're going to, and you always are saying, well, it's not about the money. To your customer, at some point, it is about the money.
I mean, this is business at the end of the day, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
and I'm not saying necessarily the cost of what you're charging them because, most VARs undercharge.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But it's the money that they could make with the new tools that you're not allowing them to make. And at some point, they're going to say, you know what? You're a really nice guy and you're still invited over to our family birthday parties and you still can have a key to our office. If you want to hang out there at night and do whatever it is you think you do, go ahead and do it because they don't know what they do.
Absolutely.
But I have to hire these people because they've got an application that is really good for me. And when I asked you about it, you said, oh, I don't know what it is, don't worry about it. Or whatever the answer was.
Yeah, I mean, you have a huge responsibility to your clients at the end of the day. They trust you and they're counting on you to give them what they need. If you think about it from this perspective is, you have to go out there and your clients are trying to figure out how to stay competitive, just like you. They're trying to figure out how to stay viable, how to generate revenue, how to make it work. And it's your responsibility because technology is the enabler, is what evens out the playing field for any small business. So you have a responsibility to your clients to not only be able to know how the technology works and be able to repair it, but you also have to know why they would need it and how this can help them stay viable and grow their businesses and remain competitive. That's what it's really all about.
So, in 10 words or less, what advice do you want to, last line of advice, what would you tell them to do? What's the next step, first thing they should be doing?
First thing you should do is really make a business decision for yourself and say, okay, I'm tired of just having this fluctuation in revenue. I really want to go out and I want to make a set choice to drive more annuity-based revenue. And that's the first distinction, that first transition you have to make. The next step is you have to start executing. As a leader, you have to go out and be honest with yourself and say, there's areas in my business, there's things that I don't know. And I have to go out and find the education, work on those things and practice them so I can get better at those areas that I'm not good at, whether that be sales, marketing, whatever. The good news is there's resources out there. We have thousands of hours worth of webinars, worth of information, worth of tons of just really great content that's out there on MSP University's website. Also with Robert, we have a ton of great information on how to market yourselves, how to do the things that you need to do that you might not be strong at and have to reduce that learning curve. Because at the end of the day, your clients are going to start looking for that person who's going to be that strategic business advisor that they need.
Boy, I would have said it a lot easier. Although you did a fabulous job, my answer to my own question would be, get your toes in.
Absolutely.
Start now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next month. And I know you're going to say, well, I don't have time, but this is going to save you. It's sort of like saying, I don't have time to spend a few hours. That's going to save me hundreds of hours. Like, do the math. It's in your best interest.
You have to draw the line in the sand at some point. You got to say, that's it. I'm done, moving my business this direction. I want to move into a new direction. And these are some steps that I have to do. The good news is you don't have to figure it out and reinvent the wheel. The process is already there. And there's resources out there that can help make that process a lot easier.
Raphael, thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate it.
Welcome back to On the Record.
All right, excellent. Thank you.